Ciao Valentino.
Ciao.
It's an honor to speak to you, and thanks for taking out some time to speak to Hindustan Times.
Thank you,
This
no problem.
from New Delhi.
Ciao.
So I'll straight away get to the questions because we have such limited time. Um, Obviously the last 1.5 years has been very difficult, not just for motorsports but across the world because of the pandemic. You yourself got infected last year in October, November. How have you been coping with this with the pandemic? How is it to be in the bubble to be restricted with a certain number of people all the time?
Yes, I think that this COVID change our life in a bad way, and from last year everything changed. Also the MotoGP World Championship and in general our life, and was difficult to manage. Last year was very bad because the championship started just in July, and we have to stay 2 or 3 months at home, close at home, and was a really boring situation. And after, we have to do a lot of races in the same tracks, back-to-back races. We cannot go out of the Europe and everything. So the championship of 2020 was deeply affected from the COVID. After one year, the situation, we are still in trouble. But looks like that, especially under the MotoGP view, is better. This year is better. The championship can be more normal, and we can race in more or less all the tracks, and we can go in Europe at the right period of the season. Remain that everything is more difficult to organize for the travel, for the flight, and everything. But it's like this. And we hope that can finish as soon as possible and we can come back at the normal life.
You had a change of team this year. How have you settled in? The start of the year hasn't exactly been as you had expected, probably. But how have you settled in? What are your expectations from this year ahead?
Yes, this year I race for the Petronas team, and it's a new experience for me. But I feel very good in the team. Is a great place. The atmosphere is good. Everybody have a lot of motivation, and like you said, unfortunately, the first races are not fantastic. I was not very fast and not strong enough. And now MotoGP is very difficult because everybody are so strong. And in the last race, especially Sunday, was a bit better, but unfortunately I did a mistake. But now from next week we come back in Europe. We come back in the track that I know very well, and we have to try to be stronger.
We saw a very different championship last year with Marquez out and Mir going ahead to win the World Championship. How do you see this year, shaping up, especially with Marquez now coming back?
Yes, I think that last year Mir won just one race, but he was competitive more or less everywhere, and at the end he win the championship. And this year is a bit different because the championship is longer, have more races, and like you said, have all the riders, and also Marquez come back. At this moment, after 3 races, the guy more in shape, the guy on fire is Fabio Quartararo, because he won already 2 races, and he's very strong. So I think that will be very hard to beat.
Okay, 2 questions put together. You've been in this competition for more than 2 decades. If you count 125cc, it's almost 25, 26 years. So one is, what keeps you motivated? What keeps you going even after so long, racing for so long, even after having won so many races, championships? And 2, what do you think of the new generation of racers who are coming up, especially from Italy and Spain?
Yes, for me, allora, the bigger motivation is that I like to ride the MotoGP bike, and I like this life. I like to work with my team, to work with the top level guys, and also I think that if we work well, I can be fast. So for this reason, I continue also this year. And about the new generation of riders are very, very strong, very young, and they are more ready. They are more professional under all that point of view. So it's very difficult because they have a lot of motivation and they are very strong.
Going back a little into history, which rivalries do you think are your favorite? Which ones have you enjoyed the most in your career? If you had to pick a couple of battles against, I don't know, maybe Stoner or Hayden or Lorenzo, which one would you pick?
It's difficult to say, but the bigger battle, I did a bigger battle with Max Biaggi, with Lorenzo, and also with Stoner. I say that three names.
Okay. And any specific battle, any specific race which comes to your mind immediately the moment you think of these battles in the past?
Sorry, I don't understand very well.
Any specific race that comes to your mind when you think of these people?
Yeah, because allora with Biaggi was a long battle, but I remember very well the 2001 because it was the last year with the 500 two strokes. And that year is one of the best of my career. And after with Lorenzo, also with Lorenzo, we fight for a long time, and we were also teammates. Yeah. And I think that the best fight are in 2009, when we fight for the championship. And at the same time, I remember very well Stoner in 2008 when he was with the Ducati. I think that these 3 seasons are unforgettable for me, together with the 2004 when I won the first time with the Yamaha.
How do you think racing has evolved over the last 2 decades? Not in terms of the technology, but in terms of racing, in terms of people. Do you think that people race differently now than they did 20 years back?
Yeah, I think that the level raised very much technically, because now all the manufacturers work very much for improved bikes, but also about riders, that they are more prepared, they train more, they are more ready for all the track. And also all the people that they're working around MotoGP have a lot of great engineers. Now the tire choice, the engine development, and everything is very important. So they use a lot of power for this, and I think that the MotoGP become every year more the Formula One of motorcycle.
Okay, and who do you see overtaking you and Agostini in the time to come? Do you think Marquez will be able to do it in the years to come?
So I think that Marquez is very strong, is still young, and he already win a lot. But have also a lot of other riders that are very young, and they have a lot of motivation. So I think that will be a great fight in the next years.
Okay, one is that what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind in MotoGP? How would you like to be known as when you hang up your boots at one point of time?
Allora, I don't know. I hope to be remembered for as a great rider, and I think that we continue MotoGP also when I stop, because I think that we can organize a team, maybe a MotoGP team in the next years. We work hard with the VR46. We had a Moto3 team, and after Moto2, and also we work for help the young Italian riders to arrive at the MotoGP with the academy. I think that I will continue with this project close to MotoGP.
Okay, and one last question is that you've been linked to Ferrari back in the decade, back in 2008, 2006. You recently drove Hamilton's car. I mean, he drove your bike. So has this thought never come across your mind to join a Formula One and maybe become John Surtees of the 21st century?
Yes, I was very close, especially at the end of 2006 for change. We had a project with Ferrari, but after doesn't happen because I want to remain in MotoGP. Because anyway, I love car racing, but motorcycle is my first passion. So I think that when I will stop with MotoGP, I wanna race with the cars, like in the 24-hour Le Mans and everything, but not for sure not in Formula One because I am too old. But I always like car racing. Yes.
Never too old to race, Valentino.
Grazie.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Grazie and thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much.